Okay, here's another story for you. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Right, this is another true story. It's not second hand, it's not third hand. It happened to me. I witnessed this with my own eyes. Right, there was this guy in our community. This was around about 2000, year 2000. I was just starting to go to rihlas with Sheikh Hamza and starting to learn a bit of Gida, a bit of fiqh, everything. So I was starting to thinking myself as a bit of a scholar in the town, but obviously I wasn't. Right. Meanwhile, while I was gone, there was this guy in the town. He was about 70 years old. He done a lot of readings on philosophy, logic, all of this stuff. He had this. He changed his name to Lucifer. That was scary in itself. But he didn't tell us this in the beginning. He changed his name to Lucifer after getting involved with some kind of dark cult in the 60s and the 70s. Right. When he used to like Muslims, but he used to try and confuse them. So he used to say things like, you don't understand, God and Satan are in a cosmic war. Sometimes Satan wins, sometimes God wins. The world on earth is... you lot probably know better than me about what philosophy this is. So Muslims were coming up to me thinking I was a scholar, asking me, bro, what do we do? I go, bro, you lot need to learn your Aqidah. If you learn your Aqidah, you'll be alright. But they weren't learning their Aqidah. I had access to Hamza Yusuf at that time, so I could learn it. I didn't have enough knowledge to teach them, but I was secure in my own beliefs. So he was confusing them. So I tried to debate with him, but I couldn't debate with him. He knew some big words and that, big philosophies and big words, and he knew logic, all of the mantic and all of that stuff. So in the end, I said, listen, I ain't debating with you no more. You don't confuse Muslims no more. Okay? Otherwise you're going to get it. This is an old traditional Pakistani way of dealing with a debate. I don't know if he did confuse them or not, but no Muslim came back to me after that saying he's confused. I said, listen, I don't even want to see your face. You change your name to Lucifer, blah, 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 blah. I forgot all about him. You move on in life, don't you? You do your own thing. About 2008, he got my number from somewhere. He phoned me up. He said, Ilyas. I said, what? What do you want? He goes, I'm really, really sorry. I go, sorry for what? He goes, sorry for all of those days. He goes, I've been reading the Quran. In the beginning, it confused me about this God who sometimes says I, sometimes says we. Obviously, anyone who knows Arabic and a little bit would know what. He goes, I've been reading Quran and I think Islam is the truth and I want to become a Muslim. What? I couldn't believe it. I said, what was the thing that really got you then before you started reading the Quran? He goes, no matter how I convinced the Muslims, none of them would leave their faith. That was in our little village town outside London. And 6 months later, he passed away. We gave his ghusl. We buried him. He had no family, no wife, no kids, no nothing. We buried him. And he's in our graveyard. My friend put a tree in his grave, and it's the biggest tree in the graveyard. It's huge, mashallah. It's really growing good. He only had 6 months of sins. So anyway, I thought you'd like that story. I like it anyway. No one's going to interview me in a podcast. I'm not famous enough, so I thought I'd let you lot have it here. Exclusive. Assalamu alaikum.